Hello and welcome to a new idea I had. I'm going to do StoryTime, something I did a couple videos ago, which was really fun. So, first, let's get the word of the day out of the way. I'm going to use Peter Aurelian here. Be remembered. Remember to get, if you do this, get the author's definitive edition, because there's a whole story there too, speaking of stories. And our word of the day is killed. Oh, that's awful. Maybe I should choose less violent books next time. So today I'm going to do 2 breakthroughs, and I'm going to open the cards, and I'm going to tell a story. Or I'm going to share the story that this cards tell. And should I use Mega Mewtwo or Mega Houndoom? Well, let's see which one of these wins. Let's Mega Mewtwo first, because Mewtwo's like the last Pokemon you ever get, so... But you get him before him, who is Gen 2. So, Mewtwo makes more sense. You know, by the arbitrary standards that I just made up just now. Okay. Now, I think I should do the card trick. And let's save that for a little later. Because, you know, you always want a big end. Okay. So, here is Colonel Piplup reporting for duty in the grocery section of the supermarket, apparently. I guess because the freezer's broke, and, you know, he has to provide the cold. Not that he's ice type, but he does know Ice Beam. So here he is. And Haunter is checking out this castle to make sure it's not haunted, but the second he gets there, it becomes haunted. You know, I think there's like an emergency. There's probably an earthquake. Yeah, that's the story of this one. There was an earthquake. Probably caused by this guy using this incredibly powerful Shadow Ball. Which, what's he doing? He's psychic. He shouldn't be using Shadow Ball. And Cacnea is getting out of that city, because you know how you know it's like to be in a building. Is that it? You know, I almost think that those are people looking over the thing. I mean, that middle building even looks like how, but those are buildings. He's getting out, and he's surfing on the sand, because when an earthquake happens, the sand liquefies. It doesn't turn into water, but it flows like water. So he's out there, and I said Cacturn, didn't I? Yeah, I totally did. Now Cacnea, he's just out there enjoying the sun. He's on his rock. He built his house on the rock. That's wise. Okay. He's out there just chilling with the cactuses. They don't care. Earthquakes come and go. Life goes on. Snubble is so sad because his house fell down. And he's just outside staring at it. He's just so sad about the thing. And Cubone, he was at the amusement park when the earthquake hit. And they closed down all the rides, and he couldn't ride. So he's sad. There's his trainer, who's a mom. And he's sad about that too, because you know what happened to Cubone's mom. This is the saddest card in the world. Anyway, but yeah, and Magnemite. See, these guys were in the woods when it happened. And they were camping. They don't even know the kind of havoc that's going on in the city. But they're just happy to have their little Magnemite using his sparkling introduction to light up their night. Pikachu was like, what was that? You know, he's again out in the woods. He doesn't know. He just heard the rumbling. And Pansear is so naughty. Because when there's an earthquake happen, there's concerns of gas leaks. But he's out there throwing fire everywhere. He's lighting things on fire. He's a bad guy. He's a pyro. And Simisage just, you know, he was out in the forest too in that camping trip. You know, if you got to be somewhere during an earthquake, out camping in the woods, not the worst place to be. I mean, especially in a hammock, you know, he just whoosh, whoosh, swayed around. And my battery is dying. But let's see if we can get through this one. Let's see how Breakthrough goes. I mean, how Houndoom goes. And this Houndoom is giving you a card. He is nice. And let's go this way. Now, this is a different disaster, but still a disaster. Okay, so Piloswine is up here, and there's a blizzard going on, but he doesn't know that it's a man-made blizzard. There is an evil villain creating a blizzard for these people. And he's just up here at the ski resort, not knowing what's going on. And Granbull, he knew something was coming, so he's hoarding the food. This little girl, she doesn't know that he is hoarding the food because he is a thug working for the villain. Who's the villain? We'll find out, won't we? Now, the Super Rod, it's a good idea to go fishing. Just so you know that in case of an emergency, you can go fishing and get some food. Because fish is food. I mean, you may not like it, but Zorua, he's the superhero. He is trying to stop the evil villain from using his evil snow machines. Now, Fennekin is the poor innocent who needs to be rescued by Zorua. I mean, look at these two. Don't they make a great pair? Man, if this was a movie, this would be a good movie. You know, Zorua's going to save Fennekin. Fennekin just chilling out in the... Let's see if there's a 4-leaf clover. Nope. They should have put a 4-leaf clover in here, people. But yeah. Completely unconcerned. Now, Doduo is concerned about them using his image in their advertising. He's pissed. But he's also unhappy. I don't know why. Look at this weird thing they're doing with the sun flare in this picture. Anyway, yeah. Poor Doduo. He doesn't know how to do... He doesn't even know how to get a lawyer. He's just completely perplexed about what to do. Now, Chespin works for the evil scientist. Now, that's not the villain. That's the scientist that works for the villain. Now, Chespin, he's helping him. And I think what the thing they're going to do is create a blizzard to destroy the food supply. Yep. Now, Inkay. Inkay is the comic relief. He's just there to crack jokes and keep things light. Okay? That's the way it is. Pinsir works for the bad guys. But he's actually a double agent. Because he's just going to infiltrate their society. And he's actually Zorua's friend. You know, it's like a Little John and Robin Hood situation going on here. Yeah. And the villain of the whole thing is Mewtwo EX. Oh no. I think this is the same Mewtwo. Mewtwo EX, the classic villain. Who'da thunk? You know? And I'm very happy to get this card, because this is a beautiful card. And so anyway. Will Zorua defeat Mewtwo? Only time will tell. But him being a dark type, he's got an advantage. But still, he's just Zorua. Yeah. Wasn't that exciting? I think that was exciting. I want to do that some more. I've got another plan to do with cards too, but that's turning out to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But I'll get to it. So, I hope you're happy. Usually that's used in a derogatory term, like, I hope you're happy. But I really hope you're happy, because it's unpleasant to not be happy. You know what I mean? And I think I'm stalling for time, because I want the little title card things to do. One of these days I'm going to stop saying that, and then, you know, everything's going to be alright. Every little thing is going to be alright. So, that's enough time, I think.